What is up, bros and broettes? I'm InkSlasher44, and today we are making a Q&A video. So last Saturday, I asked you guys to go on my Twitter, which is at InkSlasher44, and ask me questions with the hashtag AskInk, asking me some questions about some things you want to know about me. And there were a lot of copy, like people asking the same questions, but overall we got some really great questions from you guys. I can't answer all of them in this video because there's so many of them. I did not expect all of them, and all of these are from Twitter. So in the future, if you want to ask me questions on these videos and get your name said and all that stuff, you're gonna have to follow me on Twitter and find out when I'm doing these Q&A videos. But what we got here is the first question is asked by actually two different people. So Grant Byram and Nadir Delikia, I think I'm saying that right, both asked the same question. Do I have a wife? And also, do you have a girlfriend or wife? Show us. And the answer to that is I don't have a wife, but I do have a girlfriend. I've been dating her for 3 years, which is a crazy long time. I can't believe I've been dating her for that long, but she's really great. I actually made a Q&A video with her when I hit 10,000 subscribers, so it's on the channel, but we're actually going to be doing something a little special next week. A couple of the questions I got on Twitter were would you rather questions, and I really love would you rather questions, but it turns out she does as well. So she's going to come on next week and we're going to answer some of those questions. But if you want your question to be answered on a would you rather video, follow me on Twitter and hashtag AskInk. Ask me some would you rather questions and we will answer them probably next week. So the second question, a lot of these questions. I'm going to try to get all your names right. We got Corey Jones, Awesome Pie Gaming, Pat, and Boss Gamer for the win. All asked pretty much the same question. One was, why do you do YouTube? One was, what inspired you to do YouTube? And then another one was, what/who inspired you to start YouTube? And then there was, how did you start YouTube? So pretty much all the same questions. I'm going to answer that. So the way it happened is I got into Call of Duty, really hardcore into Call of Duty around Modern Warfare 2, which I'm going to actually talk about later in this video. But one of my friends, Evan1994, he used to do YouTube and doesn't anymore. He actually got me into YouTube. He was making Modern Warfare 2 videos, and he had an old Dazzle. Yes, Dazzle, these crappy non-HD video recording, horrible pieces of crap. He actually gave it to me to use, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this, I'm gonna make a commentary, and I very slowly started gaining subscribers. And I'm talking very freaking slowly, like to a ridiculous extent. I think in 1 year I maybe got 100 subscribers, and from there, I started doing more and more of that, and then eventually I got into doing Minecraft, which I hated. I'm so glad I stopped doing that. And then I got back into COD around Call of Duty Ghost time. But starting it was because of him, and I started watching other YouTubers, kind of like Hutch was pretty much the first one. I loved his videos, and CNanners. Those were like the two I started with, and now neither of them really do Call of Duty stuff anymore. But the next question kind of blends into this, and it's asked by I like Pie 201 bracket Andrew. He asked, any motivation to keep going on YouTube? I feel like quitting, and I'm getting a lot of haters. The answer to that is don't quit. I quit for about a year and a half, and I regret that every single day. Maybe don't upload as much if you're really getting bored of it, but I don't think quitting is the answer you're looking for. Quitting anything is generally a bad thing, but I found that if you enjoy it for what you are doing, not what other people think of it, eventually you will find someone who likes what you are doing just as much as you do. There are people out there, I promise you. There are people that find each other on the internet for such weird things. There's subreddits for toast, there's subreddits for anklets, there's subreddits for weird sounding farts. There's everything, and there will be a community for something you are making, and that's why I don't think you should quit. So maybe some people don't like it right now, but ignore them. You will find someone that likes it, I promise. Next question is from Tyler, and Tyler asked, who would win in a fight, Tiger that has laser eyes or me? I have a shirt that has a cat with laser eyes on it, so me, right? PSD Falcon asks, what is your dream job and what is your favorite game on PS4? You're cheating. You're cheating. You're only allowed to ask one question, and I'm going to answer first question you asked, what is my dream job? My dream job actually has nothing to do with video games, actually, believe it or not. I would love to be a firefighter, and I actually finished school to be a firefighter, but it's super hard in Canada to get a job as a firefighter. So that's kind of what I'm pursuing right now. I'm probably going to go back to school for paramedic, but I'll talk about that in another video. But yes, firefighter. Why? I think I just really enjoy helping people in any situation, and I don't know, I just love the whole idea of what it is and physical aspect of it, and that it's not a desk job, because yes, I do this, but if I'm going to do a desk job, I want it to be a video game, playing a video game, not typing up some documents for my boss. It doesn't at all interest me. Now, this next question is actually my favorite question of the week, and it's from B. Willis, and he asked, what would have to be the best childhood memory you have? And this was a really hard question, because I have a lot of really good childhood memories, but there's one that stuck out above all the rest, and it was actually with my grandfather. And I've talked about this in an earlier video about my heart and how I almost died. I talked about how close I am with my grandpa, and I grew up in their house, my grandma and grandpa and my mom. And I'm super close with my grandpa. And one day when I was probably about 7 to 9, anywhere in that range, he woke me up in the morning and said, "Do you want to go for a bike ride?" I'm like, "Sure." And he said, "Okay, help me make some sandwiches, help me make throw together a couple bottles of water." And he took me out for this insanely long bike ride. We were gone from 7 a.m. to after 7 p.m. For a full day. We were just biking around the city, going to different places. We went to my uncle's house, which is on the other side of where I live, and like it was insane how long this bike ride was. And when we got back, we were just both so exhausted. We had dinner waiting for us, and it was just such an amazing experience, and I will never forget that. It was an absolute blast. Anyway, next question from Liam Kanan. I don't know if I said that right, but hashtag AshkInc, do you smoke or vape? And the answer to that is no, I don't do either of them. I have nothing against vaping. It's just not for me. I'm not hipster enough, I guess, for it. As far as smoking, I went through this weird phase in high school where I kind of smoked like one a week. But then this one day, I went out for a cigarette, and I had rugby practice after school. And we had to do this running drill, and afterwards I literally felt like my head was going to explode. The worst headache I've ever had. And after that, I would never smoke ever again. I wanted to be in good physical shape and not have to worry about having this fucking ridiculous headache. But I would never do that again, with how bad it was. And I don't even know why I did. I think it was like this rebellious teen thing it was retarded. If you were thinking about starting smoking, ask yourself, why would you? What are the benefits of it? And people say it gets you calm, it gets you this, it gets you that. There are other ways to do that, I promise. Masturbating is one. Next question is from Greg Snyder, and he asked, what are you most excited about in Black Ops 3? And this is probably going to be the least expected answer that anyone would come up with for this, and it's actually gun levels. Yes, they have announced that there will be gun leveling and gun prestiging back in Black Ops 3, just like there was in Black Ops 2, and that was my favorite part of Black Ops 2, is how you could level up your guns, keep your attachments for them if you leveled them up enough, prestige them. I love that. I thought that was the coolest idea ever put into a Call of Duty game. It made you like more personable with your guns, if that's even a thing, and I love that, and I'm so glad that that's coming out. When I think it was Drifter, I saw a video from him, he said it was coming back. I was so thrilled. And the final, and probably my second favorite question of the week, is from Mass Dream, and he asked, if you could be put into a game, what game would it be and why? And this was another really hard question. The questions that I really like in these are the ones that make me really think, think about it and try to come up with a good answer. And I came up with two for this one, for very different reasons. Fallout 3 is a great option for me. I love that game, and it was because of the environments. As weird as that sounds, with this barren wasteland, it was just cool. All the music, the old-timey music, I really loved, and I would love going on all of those missions. But at the same time, it's incredibly risky to be in any post-apocalyptic with radiation, with all of that. But if all the things like stim packs and respawning existed like they do in that game, I'd be all over that. And my other answer, and I know I'm cheating by picking two answers, but it's got to be Red Dead Redemption. I love that game. And yes, again, another place where you're probably going to die, but in Red Dead Redemption, I love the whole Wild Wild West scene, and the whole Red Dead Redemption story was just so awesome, and that universe would just be really, really cool and really, really different than the environment I live in now. This kind of like barren outback west kind of theme to my life would, I think, be really, really cool, and I would be a boss with a lasso, and that's my plan. But guys, that is all for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Ask Ink. If you want to see some more, go ahead and hit that like button. The more likes this gets, the more likely I am to do another one of these. And like I said, if you want to get your questions featured on this, hashtag Ask Ink on Twitter, following at InkSlasher44. Link in the description is the way to do so, and maybe you'll get your name on one of these videos. So thanks for watching, and until next time, guys, peace out.